Welcome everybody to a look at a new 4K release from Arrow Video, and it is 1981's Thief. So this is directed by Michael Mann in his directorial debut. Other favourites from him being the likes of Manhunter, Heat, Ferrari and Collateral. So this is a neo-noir heist film, clocking in at 123 minutes long, and it stars James Caan, I've seen in at least 17 other films. Other favourites being the likes of Lady in a Cage, Misery, A Bridge Too Far, and The Gambler. It also stars Tuesday Weld, who was also fantastic in the likes of Who'll Stop the Rain, Once Upon a Time in America, and Falling Down. So Frank is an expert professional safecracker specialised in high-profile diamond heists. He plans to use his ill-gotten income to retire from crime and build a nice life for himself, complete with a home, wife, and kids. To accelerate the process, he signs on with a top gangster for a big score. So this pretty much gets everything right for me, be it from the acting, the script, the highly stylized violence, the great score by Tangerine Dream, which for whatever reason got a Razzie nomination at the time, the effective atmosphere and the well-detailed heist scenes, particularly the one at the beginning and the one that concludes the film itself. It is also well paced, the cinematography is excellent, the production is convincing, and the final act is an effective mix of action, tension, and characterization. So yeah, it's a solid 4.5 from me. It's not my absolute favourite from Michael Mann. I'd say perhaps Manhunter and Heat I like a little bit more. So probably third place overall, but that is still a high watermark, quite frankly, given how excellent Heat and Manhunter are. Probably Manhunter is my absolute favourite of his. And yeah, I really like this new slip cover that we got for it, which is got a shiny diamond to it and just feels really, really nice overall. So yeah, now depending on which version you watch, it depends on the length. Now, I watched the director's cut, which is 2 minutes longer than the theatrical version, so that's 125 minutes long. Um, and yeah, it's probably the one to go for. I imagine it's slightly more violent than the theatrical version because it does get quite violent at times. Um, so there's a 4K, there's a Blu-ray that we've had before, but in fact, I think it might be somewhere behind me, maybe not. But yeah, we have had a Arrow video release of this one before, but it was only on Blu-ray. Can't remember for the life of me if it ever came with the theatrical version only or the director's cut as well, but I'm not sure. So yeah, we also get a booklet with this release as well. Inside, get cast and crew. Then we get Stealing Back to Thief by Brad Stevens, Thieves on Film, The Professionals by Barry Forshaw, Man, Con, Crime, Thieves' Ruthless Portrait of the Gritty Underworld in 1980s America by Gillian Kelly. Then we get A Cinema of Uncertainty, The Many Faces of Michael Mann's Thief by Brad Stevens, and then about the presentations and production credits as well as also on top of that, plenty of shots from the film throughout as well. So yeah, the director's cut is presented in its original 185:1 aspect ratio with 5.1 and 2.0 stereo audio. The film is presented in 4K resolution in HDR10 and Dolby Vision. Looks and sounds excellent. I watched it with the 5.1 audio, and especially towards the end when it gets a bit more action orientated. Not only does it look spectacular, the house explosion, for instance, looks absolutely beautiful, but it also sounds really good as well. The new 4K restoration was produced by the Criterion Collection and was approved by Michael Mann himself. The 4K master was supplied by Criterion with approval by MGM via Park Circus. The theatrical cut is presented in its original aspect ratio of 185:1 with stereo 2.0 sound. The HD master was produced and delivered by MGM via Park Circus. So, yeah, I only watch it on 4K, and it's been a very long time since I've seen the Blu-ray, so I can't sure say how the Blu-ray still holds up, but yeah, the 4K looks excellent, and yeah, it's been well worth the wait. I seem to remember this being delayed actually, so yeah. And on the 4K disc itself with the extras, we've got uh, lossless English DTS HD Master Audio 5.1 and Stereo 2.0 audio, optional English subtitles for the deaf and hard of hearing, audio commentary by writer-director Michael Mann and actor James Caan. The directors, Michael Mann, a 2001 documentary on the filmmaker containing interviews with Mann, James Belushi, William Peterson, John Voight, and others. Then you got Stolen Dreams, a 2014 interview with Caan, Hollywood USA, James Caan, an episode of the French TV series Cine, regards devoted to the actor, filming shortly after Thief had completed production. Then we've got The Art of the Heist, an examination of Thief by writer and critic FX Feeney, author of the Taschen volume on Michael Mann. Thieves, a brand new comparison of the theatrical cut, 1995 Director's Special Edition and 2014 Director's Cut. UK Violent Streets opening and closing credits and theatrical trailer. And on the Blu-ray disc, we've got the 2.0 audio that I've already mentioned, as well as the optional audio, optional subtitles, as well as optional isolated music and effects tracks. So most of the extras are, in fact, on the 4K, which is not usually the case. Usually the extras are left to be put on the Blu-ray. So bit of a different tact from our video there. So yeah, just one thing that I have noticed with the last couple of 4K releases from our video has been the inclusion of these cards that obviously you don't need to keep, but they are hinting at what is to come. Now, we already know that In the Mouth of Madness is getting a 4K release. We've already seen it, but one thing we aren't sure about is when the all of these Hong Kong action films that have recently been, you know, set free from licensing hell are going to get a release over here in the UK. Now, obviously, we already know that I think it is Screen Factory or Shout Factory or one or the other that is releasing them over there. But I did get the hard-boiled card with the Poseidon of 4K release. So does seem to be that we're going to get it via our video, the hard-boiled one. So yeah, which is a film that I'm really looking forward to because I've only ever seen it in a really low quality DVD, and obviously the sound in that, not only just a picture, is also rubbish. So yeah, to finally get that film with the proper quality visuals and the proper quality sound, being as excellent as an action film as it is going to be absolutely stellar, and I imagine that is going to absolutely sell like hotcakes. So yeah, really looking forward to that when that eventually comes out. It might well not be this year, although they still haven't announced their December releases, so we could very well have it for Christmas. But even if we have to wait till next year, it's going to be well worth the wait. And yeah, like with this film, hopefully it'll be on 4K because our video are really knocking it out of the park with their 4Ks as of late. And yeah, this Thief is another one of those. So yeah, excellent film, 4.5 out of 5. Well worth seeing. If you haven't seen it before, I do highly recommend it, especially if you're into your heist films or your Michael Mann films, or if you're just generally into your violent kind of crime films from the 80s. It's well worth seeing. But nonetheless, if you have seen it, I would like to hear your thoughts on it. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.